I've just got back from gym and now is the best time to stretch, and specifically we are going to do static stretches. My body is warmed up and now I can stretch for flexibility. So I'm going to take you through a 10-minute workout where we are going to hold each stretch for a total of 60 seconds. Let's get ready. We're going to start at the bottom and we're going to make our way up. So we get a full stretch all the way up from the toes to the top of the head. We've got about 10 seconds and I'm going to start out with a calf stretch. And I'm going to lean forward, pulling my foot in towards my chest. And you'll feel the back of the calf stretching ever so nicely. The thing with stretches is that you really need to let your brain know that everything is fine. So we are always going to try to breathe in and exhale as the stretch intensifies. Really getting the back, top part of the calf, breathing in and breathing out. As I'm going to get warmer, I'm going to straighten out my leg just a little bit more. And again, focusing on keeping the toes cold. Inhale. Breathe out. There we go. And again, one more round. Stretching out the calf. Little bit of the back of the thigh. Swapping sides. Inhale. And again, feeling the top of the calf. Breath in. And again, letting the control center know that you're not stuck in a ditch. Everything is fine and that your body needs to release. Every time working on straightening the leg just a little bit more. Remember to pull the toes towards you. There we go. Back of the thigh. Next. Leaning into the straight leg. We're going to try to get the foot to just in front of the knees. And there we lean back. Holding position for this one. Where in my previous video for 10 dynamic stretches, I was going in and out. But because we are stretching for flexibility today, we are going to lean back and hold in position. With every breath out, I'm going to try to sink my hips in just a little bit lower and stretching that hamstring just a little bit more. Swapping sides. Inhale, exhale as you push back. Remember to sink the hips in towards the mat. Feeling the back of the thigh. Mine is just lighting up right on the way to back of the knee. Keep it static. Nice. Next up, the quads. I'm wrapping my foot under my bum and I'm leaning back and creating some tension on top of the thigh. Breathe in and lean back. I'm also pushing my hip forward to get maximum stretch on top of the thigh going in towards the hip flexor. This one is really effective for getting on top of the quad. Not so much in the front, right above the knee, but going higher up. And again, sinking the glutes to the mat. Swapping sides. For those of you that really want to challenge yourself, let's get the elbows on the floor. This is a really good way to transition one leg at a time into eventually being able to lean back on both legs. Sink the glutes in, stretching up the thigh, into the hip flexor. Remember to breathe slow and steady. For my next move, I'm leaning in towards the big toe and I'm bringing the arm across. Here we get a double whammy. We get the lats and we get the hamstring. Relax your breathing. Try to relax your entire body. And you're just sinking in towards the foot. Remember to try to show as much of your chest as possible. And relax into your position. Swapping legs. Breath in. Again, focusing on relaxing your entire body. Slow breathing. The deeper the breath in and the deeper the breath out, the more relaxed your body is going to get. There we go. We're going to wrap the foot underneath. The opposite foot will wrap around and over your knee. We're going to pull the knee in towards your chest and the opposite hip inwards. So this is a really good example of the glute having a two-way pull. Not only are you going to pull in towards your chest, but you are going to push the hip down toward the floor. Sink those hips into the mat. And again, just working on relaxing the entire body. You're going to swap over to the other side. So it's wrap the foot underneath, bring your opposite foot across, and pull up and push down. at the same time. This was probably one of the most eye-opening things to think about when it comes to these outside thigh stretches. Pulling up but pushing down at the same time. Sink those hips into the mat. Right, my final stretch for the day is the pigeon. And I like to start off slow and work my way back. So swing this foot in, over in front of the knee, and then lean back with the opposite leg. And again, breathing. Now, there are two variations of this exercise. One being forearms on the mat, and the second being hand on the knee and hand on the foot. One is not better than the other. It's just completely different. So try both of them and see which one stretches you which way. Swapping sides. So you can see this one, knee forward, swing the foot out, forward, and push back on that foot. So remember, either forearms on the floor, or we can go upward. You'll feel this one wrap right around the thigh. So the more forward this foot comes and gets this leg at 90, the harder the stretch is going to get. There we go, slowly get out of position. Thank you very much for joining me for static stretches for improving flexibility.